Hi guys, my name is Alisa and today I'm going to take one of our teachers, Mr Butani, to the Euromast. Come follow me. Hello Mr Butani, it's nice to see you again.
You too, Alisa.
So could you introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name's Mr Butani. I'm a lecturer here at the Rotterdam Business School. I teach subjects related mainly to logistics and supply chain management. This is my 4th year as a teacher. Before that, I actually used to work in logistics and supply chain management. I enjoyed my career in that industry and I'm enjoying teaching about it as well.
That's wonderful. And do you have any hobbies?
Hobbies? Oh yeah, lots of hobbies. One, I love to play tennis. I love to spend time with my friends. I enjoy reading as well.
What is your favorite subject to teach?
Couple is procurement and transportation.
Okay.
I do that with the first year students.
I was gonna ask which year is your favorite one to teach, but I guess first years.
Actually, right now it's first years. Yes, I love working with first year students. Not that I don't like you because you're a second year student, but I love working with first year students.
I see. And what about your career before you went into teaching? What is your favorite memory from there?
Favorite memory? Traveling to different parts of the world. There was one operation in particular that was a nightmare. Everything went wrong, but it was the one that I learned the most from, and it still sticks out. Every time I think back on it, I remember it very clearly. I actually sometimes give a lesson about it to introduce students to what logistics is all about. Yeah, it actually took place in 3 countries, in Jordan, India, and Nepal. Yeah.
Okay. And what is your favorite memory from your teaching career?
Favorite memory was my first day on the job.
What happened then?
I got to meet all these new young students, and I don't know. I had this. I was a little bit nervous because I actually never wanted to become a teacher. So to this day, I still don't know why I did. But after that very first class, I've been very comfortable with being a teacher. It was fun with the students.
The best and the worst thing about teaching?
Best thing about teaching is working with students on their projects, advising them showing me their work, me giving them feedback. The worst part of my job is administration work.
What is the advice that you would give to somebody that wants to pursue supply chain right now, to one of your students?
If you can't handle stress and you're not creative with problem solving, then don't do it. The one lesson I teach all my students on one of the first days is shit happens in logistics. Shit always happens. Shit is happening right now. Just don't whine, don't complain. You adapt, you improvise, you overcome.
Yeah.
So if you don't like doing that, don't pursue a career in supply chain.
Okay. And what is the question that you would give to? What is the advice that you would give to yourself in your 20s?
Roll with the punches. When I was younger, I used to let things really affect me a lot, and I'd really get down on myself. So what I would tell myself is, again, shit happens. It does you no good to sit there, whine, and complain.
So how do you remember all the students' names?
Well, that's easy. So the first time the students come into the classroom, I take the attendance list out, and then before I actually start the lesson, I go through the names and see who's present. So, like for example, Alisa. Is Alisa here? And you raise your hand, and I say, "You're Alisa." Yes. Well, nice to meet you, Alisa. So I repeat your name about 3-4 times before I go on to the next person.
Oh, that works, huh?
Yeah.
So how do you spend your summer breaks?
I like to, usually every summer, I like to go home to the US in California and spend time with my family. Just rest, do nothing, and let my mom spoil me, and spend time with my brother, of course.
That's very sweet.
You know, you earlier asked me, what's the secret to teaching?
Yeah.
Why my students like me? Well, I'm honest, I'm myself. And I think it's really important to connect with your students. Teaching is supposed to be fun. So I like to share stories with them. If it includes things about myself, I'll do that. Because I also like to hear their stories as well.
What is the most dangerous thing you've ever done?
We'll go up to the Euromast.
That's true, the scare of heights.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of heights, but no, scariest thing I've ever done, rock climbing.
Oh.
Yeah, that was scary. I did it in the desert in Jordan.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I had to come down. I didn't like it.
What did you want to do with your life when you were 12?
Become a policeman.
Oh, that's quite far from what you ended up doing.
I always liked, and I still do to this day, I love TV shows about the police, detectives, crime. So that was one of the things I said I wanted to do. I want to be a policeman.
Okay. And what is your go-to meal in our Milan cafeteria?
Orange juice.
That's not a meal.
Well, for me it is, you know. When I'm teaching, I'm very energetic, I'm very passionate, and you've seen me in the classroom, like I'm always very enthusiastic. I need the orange juice for the energy.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah.
And where do you go to take a break between classes in Milan?
Different places. Wherever there's an empty room, I just go there and shut off. But a lot of times I just like to step outside of the reception area and just get some fresh air.
Okay, and what about, do you have any embarrassing teaching stories for us?
Yes, my very first year, I tried to do everything and anything I could because I just want to learn to be a teacher, experience new different things. And I think I just overdid it. That in, was it the third or fourth block? I started to slur my words. I wasn't sure what I was saying. I didn't make sense. I started to get dizzy. It was just exhaustion. So my students had to kind of help me because walking made me dizzy. And they walked me down to where the teachers were, and one of my teachers helped me. Yeah.
Yeah, you see, maybe that's why you should eat something other than orange juice.
Well, I did, but I was tired.
Oh no. Okay, if you could eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Dosa.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what a dosa is?
Yes, a friend of mine cooked it for me once.
Yeah, it's a South Indian meal, and every time I go to India, the first thing I want to eat when I get off the plane is a dosa. So when my uncle was alive, and I'd always stay with him, go home because I always arrived at some odd hour. I'd sleep for a few hours, wake up, and then he'd take me out to a restaurant to have dosas.
Sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
What is your favorite country to travel to? Or the countries that you've been?
From all the countries, and where do I love to go the most? It's the US.
Is it because your family's there?
My family's there, and you know, I went to school there, high school. I did my bachelor's there, and even though I don't want to live there for a long period of time, I just love going back. I find it when I'm there that I am relaxed, and yeah, it could be just because my family's there and I don't get to see them as often.
What movie made you cry?
Seabiscuit.
Never saw it.
Never saw Seabiscuit about the racehorse? No. Yeah, I don't normally cry, but yeah, I teared up a little bit at the end of that movie.
Yeah, I'll watch it. What are some of your hidden talents?
Breaking stuff. My dad used to call me Butterfingers when I was a child because I used to break everything. But seriously, the one thing I'm really good at is hosting and organizing trivia nights, quiz nights, in a pub and a restaurant. I do that pretty well. I'm able to get sponsors, prizes, and get a lot of people together and ask all sorts of questions.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
I wish I had that talent. What is the talent you wish you had?
I could play some sort of musical instrument because I love listening to music. It's the one thing I like doing in the evening, just listening to all different types of music. I just wish that I could play an instrument.
How do you start your day?
First thing I do, I feed my cat. Otherwise he won't let me start my day. And have a coffee. It depends. Sometimes I'll exercise, sometimes I'll read, sometimes I'll turn on the news.
All right, thank you, Mr. Butani, for talking with me today. I hope you enjoyed it.
My pleasure, Alisa, and yes, I did enjoy.
All right, and I hope that everyone that was watching us also enjoyed. So yeah, guys, follow us on YouTube and follow us on all the other social medias, and we hope to see you in the next years.